Hello and welcome map magicians in this second tutorial. In today's tutorial, we'll explore and familiarize ourselves with Geolayers3 buttons in the After Effects system. This is the tutorial's main points. Before we dive into it, let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button and like the video so the algorithm will push it to more people looking for this training. I have After Effects open, and as shown in the previous tutorial, we need to create a new Mapcom. To do that, we need to go to Windows and click on Extension, then select Geolayers3. In this screen, we click on the three little bars in the top left corner, as shown here. Then we click on Create Mapcom. We need to name our Mapcom and change the resolution to a regular YouTube video. It is 1920 by 1080 after that. I am fine with frame rate and duration. We click Next. At this stage, we need to select which map style we're going to use in our project. For this tutorial, I will choose Aerial and press Create. We will give it a few seconds to download the imagery from the internet. Most of the time, the imagery looks very blurry, especially when you zoom in, so the first thing I am always doing is to finalize. So after selecting the geographic location where I'm going to have my animation, I click Finalize. This would allow Geolayers3 to download the imagery for this specific location. So, remember, if it's blurry, it is because most likely that you didn't finalize. Now, we will find out how we can explore and navigate the map. To move around, we need to use the control map. It's this black map to the left, so once we do any zoom in or zoom out or any pitch or bearing adjustment in this control map, everything is reflected in our preview map. To move around, we need to left-click and hold using the mouse, then drag and move the map like this. Again, left-click and hold, drag the map, and go to the location you want to animate. Sweet, easy, and simple, right? Keep in mind to always work on the controlling map, not the preview map. If you want to zoom in or zoom out, you can use your mouse wheel. You have a slider control down here as well, so you can click on the magnifying glass that shows a plus sign to zoom in and the magnifying glass that shows a minus sign to zoom out. You can as well use this slider control to have some smaller scale zoom in and out. You can use your mouse wheel to do the same thing for the preview map, or you can use the percentages here in the bottom left corner. Now, to change the pitch and the bearing, you need to right-click and hold on your mouse, drag up and down or left and right to get the perfect angle for your animation. If you want to reset to the original preview, you can do it manually, or you can just click on the Reset Rotation button here to go to the default pitch and bearing. See, very easy. Now let's say you don't like this control map because it is so dark, just black and grey colors. If you prefer to have a colored map, you can change this using this button that says Change Preview Map Imagery. Click on it and you will get the same imagery you have in the preview panel. It is an option that you have. Use it if you need it. From my end, I am going to use the black map as I am used to it. Next to the button Change the Preview Map Imagery, you can notice another button that shows a camera icon that says Show Mapcom View. By pressing this button, you will have a blue rectangle that allows you to know exactly what is captured in your animation or your preview panel. It is so helpful and handy tool to have the imagery aligned while working on the animation. Down to the left side, you can notice a small icon that looks like a chain. If you hover over it, you can read Link Mapcom View. It is quite simple. Don't be confused. The purpose of this button is to link or unlink the control map with the preview map, as you can see here. So click to unlink, then zoom in or out to see that both maps are unliked now. This might not look useful right now, but it is amazing how it can make animating complex maps easier. We will have a separate tutorial about how to use it in the upcoming video. I know this is a lot to digest. In one setting, just bear with me here. Once you use these buttons, everything will make sense to you. I promise that. Now, did you notice when you zoom out all the way, this Geolayers3 Mapcom is using Mercator projection, and it is an infinite map. This is just for information so you don't get confused. You need as well to be aware that the zoom level is limited. This is an example to understand what I mean. Let's zoom in on New Jersey, for example. Zooming into this location, I think it is Atlantic City. If I am not wrong, see, once you go over a certain zoom level, the imagery is not loading. Even if you finalize, in this situation, you will need to zoom out one level and finalize till you get to the level where the imagery is available. This is very important to know in case you have a client request. Always check what is available first before taking the gigs and causing a bad client experience that could eventually hurt your rating. Geolayers3 uses the Mercator projection, which means that the countries are skewed or distorted because Mercator projection exaggerates the size of objects as the latitude increases from the equator to the poles. For example, Greenland appears roughly the same size as Africa on this map, when, in reality, Africa is about 14 times larger. In this map, you can only compare the countries that are on the same latitude, which is the horizontal level, for example Spain with Portugal or Morocco with Algeria. Last but not least, as I mentioned in my previous tutorial, it is always possible and easy to change the map style. That is exactly what we will do now. Click on these three little bars on the top left corner, then click on Settings. Here we go in this screen. You can select the map style that you like. I will choose Esri. Check if any parameters need to be changed and click Apply. See, easy peasy. Now it is time to do some homework, play around in Geolayers3 to get more familiar with the system, and stay tuned for the next tutorial. We will draw our first country and its borderline. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button and like the video so the algorithm will push it to more people looking for this training.